Welcome to Monkey and Frank. My name is Doe, and my body's Dom, and that's my cat Jazz. Have you guys ever heard of a ceremony wall? When I came back from Peru, I started putting stuff on my wall because I wanted to remember. So it was the first thing, it's just I wanted to remember. What did I put first? I think I put the picture of Jesus Christ. I was in a phase where I wanted to find my king, because my warrior, let's call it my warrior, the big, angry, scared warrior, the warrior that, if need be, in a time of war, could kill with all of his rage and all of its sadness and all of its fear, and be driven mad by it, and I could compartmentalize that warrior into an archetype, and that could stay in a corner and I could deal with it. So I was trying to find a king to deal with that guy because I couldn't deal with it. And I realized first that you can't deal with just a part of yourself and put it aside and put it in a corner and say, hey, I'll take you out later. We're all one. So it doesn't work like that. So the second thing I was trying to do, and it was teaching me, is bringing all of my archetypes side by side as if we'd be walking in a horizontal line forward. And that seemed to do it. And I'm part of that line. So there's the warrior. I wanted to find my king, so I found Jesus was always a big thing in my life, where I respected the idea of somebody being open. So not even open. Jesus, the person that could love without anything. Like, he could love fully without any restraint. Like, his heart was fully open. He could go to anybody with a fully open heart, and really, my cats are fighting. That's crazy. And I have to love them, right? I have to honor this. Even when I'm recording this, when I hear their noise, like, oh, I get so frustrated. But not today. Today, I feel like an open heart. So, let's continue. The walking side by side with the archetype. I was finding the king, and I put it on my wall because I wanted to remember what it would be like to just to have this thing, Jesus, this king, this archetype, to try to create it inside of me so that he would be able to go forward and deal with life. It was not really working. The Jesus archetype was way too, how can I say, way too powerful, way too pure, way too unachievable at this point in my life anyways. So I was looking a lot at Ram Dass. So I decided to put Ram Dass on my wall. And of course the order is wrong, but doesn't matter. Ram Dass, what represented for me, which was very beautiful, so inspiring, was that his teachings of being divine, being pure, being love, and the real understanding that life is not the end, right? After we die, there's going to be something else, and his imaginary friend, and how human he was, and how angry sometimes he was, and how he got caught, and how he was going towards discomfort because he wanted to face all of these demons. And still, like, I could see it, he was still doing it before he died, after his stroke. And like, you could see it. It was so cool to see. So I could really relate with Ram Dass. He is Ram Dass. I hear you in my head all the time. Dick. Oh, Dick, and thank you so much. You have changed my life so much as an archetype. I feel you. I see you inside of me. I've listened to so much of your text. Thank you so much for the honesty, the purity. I can only I can only dream to walk in your shoes even a little bit. And I judged you, my friend, and you know I did. So it's awesome. Thank you so much. Mark Norman, I put on my wall. That one was recent. I like Mark Norman because of his honesty and his, he's so stressed because he sees reality for what it is, but he's not looking away because he's looking for material. He's looking to make people laugh, to make the world a better place. So his archetype inside of me feels so awesome. Like it's the I just got caught again. Oh my God, like that thing that he does, like shit, So every time I feel shame, Mark Norman comes out in my awareness as an archetype, and he's like, fuck, the Jews, like he's so, it's awesome. Like just say the most random stuff, Kelly Clarkson, and then the other people on my wall would be Deepak Chopra. That 21-day abundance meditation is something else. The magic inside. Chaz, can you come here, man? You're really just talking to. Okay. He's having fun with Kevin. So cute. That 21-day meditation, it's so amazing. I would recommend that to anybody and everybody. It not just teaches you about how frequency, from his perspective, which I love all perspective. If you're going to go in spirituality, might as well believe it all. You can't just say one over, like, no, everything. Everybody's journey is unique. Everybody's mission, and like, you guys are all an illusion anyway, so illusions can be anything they want. So Deepak Chopra, 21-day, do it. It changed my life in so many ways, and one of them is the realization on how I was treating specific energy or specific ideas in my life with negativity. Like my relationships, like I put an S there for a reason, because my relationship with my body was shitty. My relationship with abundance, money, was shitty. My parents fought a lot about money when I was growing up, and it kind of made me sour. And for a long time, I thought that like money is the root of evil, and it might very well be, like for the definition of whoever's evil. But it doesn't matter. Like it's so necessary. The relationship, so many relationships. Like specific relationship with my body as well, like my finger, my toe, my belly, they all have a voice. They all have an archetype inside of me. They can all talk to me. One of the things that I put up there at the very beginning, the Joker from Fame Walk, whatever, in 2019, Joker, God, that guy. I've had so many cannabis ceremony, and I would come downstairs and just deep breath, and I would stare at that guy, and I had so many visions of just like dancing with insanity. Because when I came back from Peru and I started talking to spirits or whatever inside my own self, which I call archetype, or I call my insanity, I call like, who gives a fuck, I'm just having fun with my own brain, insane or not. It's so healing, and it did so much for me when it comes to my depression. So when I came back and I decided to do ceremonies with that Joker, it was amazing. I cried so many nights on the idea that I wanted to face, my shame of being insane. It's me and my brain. Why am I limiting any type of thoughts or art, creativity, imagination? Because I was so afraid to be insane, because a person shouldn't talk to the, like, all little fears that they were just embedded into me, that I never thought about it twice. Like it was just who I was, right? The things that you pick up from 0 to how old you are right now, It's, you don't think about that, but you have a lot of predefined judgment about everything. And my judgment were insane. I judged hard all my life. So dancing with that Joker and visions and like super deep breathing, kind of, what's that type of breathing where you just breathe nonstop? It's so awesome. I did that. The gorilla, a wizard, so much. But yeah, now my ceremony wall is full of archetype. And when I come downstairs and I practice being here and now by looking at that wall and just breathing so that I can get high on my own supply, because of course Wim Hof is on my wall, is it's so healing. I get to kind of be with myself. I was noticing today my mom and my dad, they are so productive, which is so beautiful to see, but productive to a point where it's very, like they're the same, but they're very stressful. And my mom, she can't stop. It's just the way it is. And to be able to stop and to really look at yourself and to breathe without feeling depression or anxiety, because it runs in the family, so they're on antidepressant. And so was I for a little while. And it's just, our DNA, or the fact that we have really kind hearts, or we care. I don't know. Bad food, shitty, it could be a combination of everything. But the point is, I really feel like when you can't stop, is you can't look at yourself fully to just, I'm gonna die, or like I've got so much in front of me. I care about so much. There's so much to do. How can I stop? I'm never gonna be able to finish. I need to do this and this and that, and wow, like that will never end. I noticed that even with silent mind, even with full-on knowledge of spirituality and really taking the time to be here and now for like a long period of time now, the stress still comes if you do not do the work, all around. Like, it's difficult. Life is difficult. It brings you to a level of par, and then it gets the same, and now you create new problems. And you never stop creating new problems for yourself. It's just the way it is. It's yeah, that was so appropriate, that noise. Thank you for, that's one that I'm bothered about a little bit. It's like, jeebus, seriously? Like, yes, there is, like, for example, the people that are financially free, the people that really work hard. To be financially free, you can't just do little, right? Or be lazy, or be here and now, or meditate 12 hours a day. You have to be productive. You have to produce what people need so that they can buy it, blah, 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 blah. So even those people, like, when you get to a point of that, like, I can't imagine now doing the work to stop. And like, that would be so difficult. So it's like a lose-lose situation. So it's very, not a lose-lose, God, sorry about that. It's a win-win. The point is to always learn and to be challenged. And I love your plan. I love it. Okay, I'm just voicing out that I love you with all my heart, and I'm not ungrateful, and and I understand, and okay, so the reason why I'm talking like this right now, a little bit kind of scaredish, the last mushroom trip really kicked my ass when it came to the idea that I was ungrateful, as if, like, you'll die, you'll get a break when you die, and I remember saying that when I was young, like, I'll get a break when or I'll sleep when I die, because I kept really having shitty sleep because I wanted to do more and party, which I did a lot of party growing up. And now as an adult, all the fear and the unhealthiness just accumulated, and the fear of death, and, and kind of crumbled me to a point of panic attacks and anxiety, which now spirituality just made awesome. because those are just feelings that I get to embrace, like Ram Dass says, and see it as energy and fuel. I was doing that earlier today, and I'm so happy. It was the first day that my daughter blew a complete fuse, and I was able to just look at her fully, and she couldn't even look at me. She was so pissed off. She kept putting her hand up and saying, "No, Daddy, no, Daddy, no." And I could see it, like, oh my God, like she didn't want to look at herself the same way she didn't want to look at herself in the mirror. It was so awesome to see, and it made me realize, like, I have to be there for her. Like, I can't explode anymore. I can't. And it was so cool to see. I was using her energy and just breathing through it, but it was super difficult, but amazing. Oh, beautiful. But yeah, about the productivity and about life always bringing you to a point of where you're going to have to do a little bit more and a little bit more, or carry a little bit more. And that's, the body does that too. The older you get, the more the more it gets heavy, and the more the body is going to break down. Same with your, spirituality. You can grow it. That's one thing. As you grow in your body and you learn the struggles of your body, the more you can hold, the more you grow, in spirituality and become a better soul, I think. Oh man, that's so cool. Thank you so much for this journey. Today is a good day. Even though it was a hard day, but it was a good day. Thank you so much for listening, guys. This is great. My rambling is just a great way to integrate. But I will talk more about my ceremony wall and what else is on there. Because archetypes inside yourself, when you let yourself be insane and you grow inside your own mind, like, never mind spirituality and never mind God, just you and your mind. And when you get to be comfortable with yourself and really have good conversation, or even to have a peace, a quietness that you can just go back and, like, kind of, it feels like a couch, just like, it's just, it feels so good. Closing your eyes and looking at the darkness, the gold, or whatever. That's all there is. That's all that matters. And I'm happy with that. Like, it feels good. Because when I breathe inside of that gold, inside of that space, it's all the feelings. All the feelings are there. All my archetypes are there. All my imagination, creativity is there. So as I look at it and I'm here and now, and I really look, and then visions come, like, they're so beautiful and they're so amazing to be. It's not like I'm distracted. I'm looking at the vision. I am looking at this awareness inside my, inside, I don't know, like, it's, my head disappears when I close my eyes, so I don't even know where it is. Like, all my feelings are there, and right in that third eye spot. But sometimes it feels like it's at my heart space too, like as if my eyes go down towards my heart, because it just is everything. So when the vision comes out of there, they're like visions, and it's not just you're in the clouds, you're daydreaming, or when you're at work and you're so bored that you get into a state of blah. That's not it. Don't go, it feels great because you really, one day I hope to meet other people that know what I'm talking about. Ram Dass, like, I hear it in his voice. I know when he does that, it's like, yes, because when I close my eyes and you get it, and the space disappear, and you have no head, and the edge or whatever just expands, and all your feeling become, and then you get and no matter how much suffering there is, because on the mushroom I've had that feeling a lot, like, I don't know if you guys ever had a crazy mushroom trip where, like, your muscles are actually hurting. I did many old time, and if you really allow it, it becomes a bliss. It's crazy. Paradox of life. Thank you, God, for this crazy journey. Love you all. Monkey and Frank, baby.